Let's talk about inventory management. So over the years, we've always heard that inventory can be a pain, so we set out to change that. Lexel Field Service takes a field service focused inventory approach, making the tools for managing remotely and in the field when needed. There's real-time inventory, so it's based on when it's invoiced, and we have granular permissions, so accounting doesn't have to do everything, while evolving to improve on the limitations that are faced. So let's take a look at this quickly inside of Lexel Field Service. So once you're inside Lexel Field Service, you want to go ahead and find inventory right below contracts and go to purchase orders. And here we're going to open up a new purchase order 6264. And this is where we're going to see 4 different ways that purchase orders work within the inventory system in Lexel. The first way is serial only. Here you can receive items by entering in serial numbers and selecting a warehouse and then submitting. The next way is adding serial numbers and selecting an expiration date for those serial numbers. And again, you can select which warehouse you want to add those to. The next is only by expiration date with a warehouse on selection. And the last is by receiving a specific amount of quantity items, and you can add those to a specific warehouse. The next thing that we want to do is go back to our inventory and go to warehouses. And here you can see a list of all your warehouses. I'm going to go to Van 1, and you're going to see a list of all your parts and services. On the right side of the screen under Actions, you can either adjust or transfer any of the parts and services. So let's say you receive some parts and services, but you need to adjust those. You can increase or decrease those and make some other changes, as well as transfer this part or service to a completely different warehouse wherever it's needed. And once you have added all your parts and services to the warehouse that you need, you can find a work order and add these parts and services from your warehouse into the work order itself. So here I already have some added parts and services here, but if you wanted to, let's say you just added new items to your warehouse, you can just hit the add button and then search and find those parts, and they will show up right here after they've been added. There's also barcode support for selecting inventory on mobile. So another thing that we have is reports. So the different types of reports that we have are inventory count, inventory valuation, inventory usage, ledger reports, and we have filters like dates, ranges, warehouses, and users. And so this has been a quick summation of Lexel's inventory that's designed from a field service perspective out in the field. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, leave a comment below and we will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.